Now 16 WAPT Sports with Aslan Hodges.
Hugh Freeze turns 46 years old this season, so he's certainly lived a lot of life. But in his 46th year, he's now making $4 million a year, and he knows he's got to deliver. Coach Freeze was in Bristol, Connecticut, touring the ESPN studios today and focusing on Rebel football, discussing that in just his third year last year at the helm. Freeze led Ole Miss to a 7-0 start, including wins over Texas A&M and Alabama. But then the Rebels lost 4 of their last 6 games to end the season at 9-4. A win over State was good enough, though, to earn the new contract that doubled the head coach's salary. Fans here in Mississippi, well, they focus on the fast start, the national media on that 2-4 finish. But where does Freeze see his program? Half full or half empty?
I'm a big picture guy. I try not to make too much out of one win or too much out of one loss, but just look at the big picture. And for us to be in those discussions and really one play away from having 2 games left to be in it. And, you know, the big picture, I think, still says we're ahead of schedule, and we had some validating wins that give me great confidence moving forward.
All right, let's take a look at Ole Miss's SEC slate. Week 3 is a daunting trip to Tuscaloosa after 2 weeks of non-conference ball. The Rebs finish with 5 straight games against SEC West rivals, teams that Ole Miss finished 2-3 against in 2014. Now over at the Old Course at St. Andrews, golf's youngest star looking to make history at the British Open. The last time a golfer won the first 3 majors of the year was Ben Hogan way back in 1953 on the 18th hole. Jordan Spieth needing a birdie to tie it for the lead. A spectator snapping a photo, get this, tweaks Spieth, and he steps away, hits his second shot on the par 4 a little bit too thick. The backspin sends the ball, well, off of the green, and Spieth falls to birdie, tying leader Zach Johnson. We end up having a 3-way playoff with Johnson, Lewis Austin, Zen, and Mark Leishman on the second playoff hole. Johnson, he birdies to give himself a 1-shot lead. Then on the 4th and final playoff hole, played on 18, it's Ostazen needing a birdie to extend the playoff, slips out. Zach Johnson wins his 2nd career major, going 2 under in the 4-hole playoff.
Today was a really tough day. Just made a mental mistake on number 8, and it seemed to have cost me, as well as, you know, on 18, just not giving myself a chance.
I can't. I'm at a loss of words. You don't like to see a tournament end on a miss. You know, I hate that. And Louis, a champion and a friend. But I'm grateful, I'm humbled.
So a guy with a funny name moves to Mississippi in 2011, and he's told that the SEC is king, but it's a squad clad in black and gold that impresses most, finishing with 12 wins. 2011, though, feels like a long, long time ago for Southern Miss football fans. Larry Fedora, he packed up, left for North Carolina, so career assistant Ellis Johnson comes in and goes 0-12 in his first season. Todd Monken struggles to an 0-11 start. Then in his first year, pieces together 3 wins last season. However, Rome nor Hattiesburg can be built overnight. 3 years of recruiting and strength training and bitter losses have now forged the Gold Birds into an optimistic bunch.
You can feel the energy around campus, the team, we're all ready and eager to play and get back out there.
With offenses playing as fast as they are, you've got to have a number of guys that you trust can go in the game. And we haven't had that. Will Freeman, who's played both, is going to move inside. So we finally feel like that we have enough depth, offensive line and defensive line, which is where it starts, to rotate guys. And that's where it's really going to start.
Now, earlier this month, Monken told the press that if USM sells out its home games at the Rock and finishes below 500, he's resigning. Southern Miss starts the home schedule with the season opener versus MSU, a team that shut them out 49-0 last year. They do host FCS Austin Peay and North Texas, the lone conference win from last season. He'll need to find 4 more wins to get USM back to a bowl game. Now, weeks removed from the women dominating the world, the U.S. men's national team looks to sew up a trip to the Gold Cup finals. Think of this as the SEC championship game for soccer. Georgia Dome is the host site for Team USA taking on the Reggae Boys of Jamaica. We are going to pick this one up in the 31st minute. It's the header. Darren Maddox with the goal right there. Watch it fall in. There they are. Very, very excited. Jamaica team up 1-0. We'll take it again in 5 minutes later. It's the 36th minute. Set piece. Giles Barn with a direct free kick. He's got it set up. See what he does. Right there, and that's another one for Team Jamaica. 2-0 lead, second half, 48th minute now. Aaron Johnson's shot. It's rebounded, no good. There goes Michael Bradley, buries that one. There were some other opportunities, but Jamaica hangs on and heads to its first Gold Cup final with a 2-1 win over the Stars and Stripes.